hello to all of my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy midweek Wednesday to each and every one of you. At the time of filming, Mercury is post shadow retrograde. So messages are coming through, but they may be a little slower than usual. So Mercury is the planet of communication and also learning. So this is your time to be in receiving mode of messages about yourself that are coming through, instead of getting frustrated that things aren't as clear as you'd like for them to be, or messages coming through. That can also mean communication from other human beings, right? So let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Just make sure we keep the vibrations high. Remember, we just had a super new moon, right? Super new you, super new year. Let's get into it. Aries. Let's get into it. So yeah, when Mercury is either pre-retrograde, retrograde, or post-shadow, pre-shadow, retrograde, or post-shadow, it can be difficult trying to communicate with people, places, and things. And it also can even affect technology, travel, that kind of thing. So just be gentle with yourselves, during this time. If you've been waiting on something to come, it's coming. Like I said before, try not to stress yourself out. Communication in all forms, whether it's verbal, nonverbal, whatever you're trying to receive. And I see this is receiving energy right here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Pentacles, right? But also have the Knight of Cups, right? So Knight of Cups is, when you think about Knight's energy, I want you all to think about like knight in shining armor, right? Knight in shining armor. So when I'm seeing, Source wants somebody to learn how to save themselves, because we don't have another human being to save us. So if you're looking for a knight in shining armor, like it's in another person, and the messages are coming through garbled, or it seems like somebody is moving too slow, or whatever the case may be, or your money is moving too slow, you got to make sure you're positioning yourself to be in receiving mode. Remember, your money is also connected to your relationships with other people. And if somebody did or said something to break your heart, you want to make sure you're not cutting them with the sword with your words, very hurtful words, that kind of thing, because that's self-sabotage. This right here represents self-sabotage. A person who can't even see anything coming their way to even prepare yourselves to be in receiving mode. So calm down, turn that flame down a little bit, and say, okay, let me find something to inspire myself why Mercury is post-shadow, right? Post-shadow. Like somebody could be, just like I said, flaming mad, but here comes the water from within. This is you speaking to your higher self, getting near a body of water, knowing that it's like speaking into, I see myself being financially independent. I'm going to keep on working hard. Thank you, Source, in advance for helping me with create ideas to, start my business, or creatively come up with ideas to create space for more wealth to come my way. Again, this sword energy right here, this hurt could look like it's very hurtful to other people in the meantime while you are waiting. Mercury is post-shadow until the 7th of February, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to wait that long to come up with creative ideas. But again, please, please, please keep your vibrations very high. You could be deeply disappointed that somebody did something to you. But remember, that sword goes both ways. That means you could have done something to somebody as well. So this is where hopefully that kind of sort of eases that, even though you may say I can justify because they did X, Y, and Z to me, that's still taking up space. That's your time. Time is your currency. You could be using that time to invest in nurturing yourself in the meantime, not talking about it. So this is where Source wants somebody to be their own knight in shining armor. I also see when you are healing from one thing, Source is trying to send somebody an actual person, an actual new person. But if the new person has to hear, or if there's something about your energy that gives off, I'm in fight mode, maybe you're flying through a grocery store and without making eye contact, and you're just in a rush, just blazing through everything. I'm not paying attention to anybody. I'm tired of getting hurt. And your energy gives off that. It's going to be hard for you to be in receiving mode if Source is trying to send something your way. Remember, again, I got to reiterate this. Money is also connected to your relationships with other human beings, right? So a Source is trying to send new money your way, new people your way to help you to invest, and those kind of things. If you're in fight mode, I'm seeing this 10 of pentacles. I mean, this 10 of wands, this 10 of swords come out here. This is a person who has been lied on, talked bad about, smear campaign, including this also, this hurt could come from you, people that you love dying, you know, and you, if that's the case, if somebody that you love, you missed them and they died, create an altar to them, right? Honor them with an altar. There's tons of videos online that help you to learn how to create an altar so you can invite them into your space. But again, guess what? You're going to have to activate that feminine energy, that divine feminine energy, and be in receiving mode, right? Part of the reason why there could be, see, this is why I love when planets go retrograde, because it gives us an opportunity to kind of slow down and pay attention to the messages that are trying to come through. And Mercury, which is the messenger planet, is trying to send everybody messages. We are moving towards a first quarter moon in Taurus. Right now, at this moment, when you watch this video, you should still be planting seeds of the intentions that you know, planting seeds of intentions. I see myself being wealthy. I see myself having healthy relationships, healthy friendships. If love is what you want, I see my love interest coming my way. They're everything that I prayed for. I see that coming my way. You got to make sure you're not sabotaging yourself with this hurt right here. This is behind you. This is in the past. This means that I got to sit with myself and ask myself, if I want to be in a romantic relationship, would I want to be in a relationship with me? And if that's the answer is yes, then okay, I don't have a problem spending some time alone by myself for a minute, dating myself, sending myself flowers if that's what you like, treating myself out to dinner, doing things with just me. So I'll see, okay, I love me. So now I can write out the list. I know what I have to offer to anybody that's coming my way. If you're not already with your person, that's just an example. If you're not already with your person, we have the 7 of Cups. There's a lot of temptation for somebody to vibrate low, to say or do something, to try to hurt somebody emotionally. Source is saying resist that. That's temptation. This is the 7 of Cups. Or even see how this guy right here in this picture right here, to do something that is emotionally further throwing your sacral chakra out of alignment. Maybe engaging in some activities, some adult activities that later on you feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or this just pushed me deeper into, you know, in an emotional state. Remember, if it's not sacred, you got to be real careful about absorbing somebody else's demons as well. You don't know what kind of karmic cycles people are in. You just don't know what's going on with certain people. Here we have the King of Pentacles. So sources, like I said, trying to move you not only towards very healthy relationships, that's your money, but also material wealth as well. So whatever is going on in somebody's life right now, this is your time to be by yourself and to heal, and not be afraid to be by yourself, right? So I see eventually somebody sailing away from something without sailing away from some deep disappointment without and never looking back. That's what I'm saying. Something that deeply disappointed you. I see you moving on from that. I see somebody getting near a body of water and recharging your emotions. You know, it even may make you cry. And I see you meeting a soulmate. So whoever or whatever you feel like, if it gets you to a point, remember, keep in mind when we're talking about receiving energy, that's feminine energy, and you're a divine masculine sign. So your default is to be fired up, inspired, inspiring people. But if it's causing you to be steaming mad and you say something or do something that's going to hurt somebody, and you got to come back later on and say, oh my God, you know, I was, you know, I keep apologizing. After a while, people get tired of that. And it's also burning through your wealth. It's burning up your money. It's cutting through your money, because this is tied to your relationships with other human beings, and it's feminine energy. So if you really want to position yourself to receive wealth and love and creativity and healthy emotions, somebody's going to have to learn how to activate that feminine energy. So when you're having dreams and downloads, take a few minutes during the morning or whatever time you wake up and write out those dreams. It doesn't have to make sense, because as you're going about your day in stillness and quiet, you're saying, Source, I had a dream about X, Y, and Z last night. What does that mean? Help me with understand. What does that mean? Give me a sign. Maybe it'll come out in a reading. Maybe it'll come out from a complete stranger. But start learning how to discipline yourself to get into receiving mode, because it's first quarter moon in Taurus. Taurus is a feminine sign, but its ruling planet is Venus, the goddess of love and pleasure. Everybody can be creating a life that they are absolutely pleased with and a life that they love, right? But Taurus is also the symbol for Taurus. Like your symbol is a ram, their symbol is a bull, right? And so this is not where you want to be stubborn and bullheaded at all. Here we have the death card jumped out of the deck. So Source really wants somebody to go through this rebirth, like really go through this rebirth, meaning let something go, release it. Don't get frustrated if it feels like the answers aren't coming through from a person, place, or thing fast enough, where it causes you to cut somebody deep with your words or actions, or burn them with a blowtorch. Yeah, so we have the Tower card. So somebody's having some kind of an awakening, right? There could be a Sagittarius. There could be a Capricorn who could be having an awakening. It could also be a Scorpio that's having an awakening, or even maybe a fellow Aries that's having an awakening, right? Tower moment is not a bad thing if you are open to receiving the message from Source. So I do see somebody may have an angel on one shoulder, a devil on another. Like on one side, you want to just walk away from something, but on the other side, you tempted. This is the tempter right here. On the other side, somebody may be tempted to go back to something, right? So death will be on one side, and a new life is on the other. And so Source is saying to you, where do you want to put your energy? Do you want to keep repeating cycles and not learn lessons, or are you ready for a new life? Hopefully the answer is you're ready for a new life. The new life for somebody is an enormous amount of wealth, financial independence, but it's also healthier relationships on the other side. So Source says, in the meantime, keep working hard. Keep investing in yourself in the meantime, right? You got clear messages that are coming through. Very clear messages that are coming through. Somebody knows that something is over. You can't really determine how they're going to receive that it's over. It could hit them like a ton of bricks. That could be their awakening. Okay, maybe I need to be a better communicator, right? But remember, nothing is by coincidence. Mercury being post-shadow right now also means that if somebody is slow to, like a physical human being, if it's slow to give you messages, that's not by coincidence. Maybe they're not the one. Or messages that are coming through from Source, they could be coming through garbled, through your dreams, through readings, through whatever, where you're like, I still don't understand. Like, that's really trying to encourage you, go directly to Source. Help me to make this make sense. I don't care if you have to make a bush burning blaze right in my face. Send me a sign, Source. I need some help with this. That's how it's going to happen for somebody. So, but like I said before, moving forward, I see a devil on one shoulder and another. The devil on one shoulder, meaning that it's draining your energy. The angel on the other means that it's inspiring you. If you're in any relationships right now, or even past relationships where you feel like, I'm still thinking about all the people that ran smear campaigns. I'm still thinking about all the people who did me wrong, who smiled in my face and took advantage of me. And that's draining you, Source is saying, let it go. Let it go on the other side. That is your clear message. That's the clear message that Source is trying to give you, is let it go. This is where you got to save yourself. If you really are looking forward to having healthier relationships moving forward, remember, time is an illusion. You could have experienced 20 bad relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, jobs, the whole 9 yards. When you settle into that perfect one, it's like, okay, wow, now it makes sense. I had to learn all of those lessons in the meantime. That's why I always talk about being gentle with yourselves and also forgiving yourself through the entire process. So remember this, angel on one shoulder, devil on another. And so that represents death and rebirth perfectly right there. Do you want to go back to repeating cycles and going back through some things where you are emotionally drained you, or are you ready to move on? We have the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, we have the Magician card again, the Emperor card, the Queen of Cups, and also the Wheel of Fortune. So again, further, what Source is trying to help somebody to understand, on your rebirth side, there is a lot of expansion in your money, expansion in healthy friendships, healthy relationships on the other side. Leave something behind is what Source is trying to say. Leave it behind. And it may be emotionally draining, like it may make you cry, it may make you frustrated and upset. But here we go again. This right here, this is your card right here. So like I said before, it could be a fellow Aries, it could be a Scorpio, it could be a Capricorn, it could be a Sagittarius, and now it also could be a Pisces. It could also be a Gemini or Virgo. But the bottom line, we had the Magician card came out twice. It's like Source is trying to send somebody double messages. Like, do you want to be booked and busy, or do you want to be burdened and bitter by something from the past? You're thinking about, see all of these lighting stations right here. All the times people burn me. I'm just frustrated. I'm mad. I don't know how to calm down. Go jump in the pool. You're a fire sign. Put that fire out when somebody did something to you in the past. Put the fire out. You're not trying to get any revenge. You're not trying to make somebody hurt and all of this other stuff. No, put that fire out. Surrender to Source. Be compassionate towards the situation, but also grateful that it happened. Because if it makes you that flaming upset, that's not something you need in your life. That's not a person, place, or thing that you need in your life. If something makes you that angry that you got to have a tower moment to decide it's from one extreme to the next, go through this rebirth. Allow the rebirth to happen. So on the other side, you'll be so glad you did. A moon in Taurus can be kind of tricky because Taurus is feminine energy, right? We're not talking about any Taurians that you know. But Taurus can be tricky energy because one is feminine energy, it's earth energy, so it's right there the opposite of you, right? It's in a whole nother element. It's an earth sign, you're a fire sign, right? And it's feminine energy, you're divine masculine. So it's almost like it's forcing you, it'll feel like it's forcing you to learn how to receive the things that you prayed for, but it's also saying, look, help, like letting you look at, what do I have in my life right now that upsets me that deeply, that hurt is making me flaming mad, that I'm tempted to do something to hurt somebody. It's tricky because Taurus symbol is a bull. You don't want to be bullheaded and go back and repeat a cycle because that's tower right here. You don't want to have a tower moment where you're saying, oh my God, I have completely hit rock bottom. I had to learn the hard lesson. And and this devil card right here? I thought I saw it up here. Yep, that's 7 of Cups right here. And this devil card, the 7 of Cups is about temptation on any tarot deck. But the devil card right here in the major arcana is letting me know that somebody is real tempted. This temptation is serious for somebody. And I'm telling you, you never make a deal with the devil because that spirit never honors its promise. Never. That thing will backfire. It's like, okay, I'm promising you this, I'm promising you that. You always choose the high frequency over low frequency. So I'm trying to help somebody. Like I said, those garbled messages that are coming through because Mercury is post-shadow. Trying to help somebody slow down and pay attention. Like, really pay attention. Here we have the 6 of Cups, operating in faith. Queen of Cups. We also have the Empress card. Yes, somebody's trying to enter into the Emperor card. We also have the 7 of Pentacles. So Source is really trying. If you want to be tempted by something, at least you know Source is going to deliver on its promise. We're talking about the Most High God being Source. You know Source is going to deliver on its promise versus the devil. The devil is going to, it may be instant gratification. I'm going to cuss this person out. I'm going to go off on this person. I'm going to sue them. I'm going to do this to them. I'm going to take them to court. I'm going to do, and it backfires. Right? Now you got to deal with something else. This is a whole nother thing that you have to deal with versus Source saying, no, I need you to move on from the people that hurt you, and so that I can provide a life that you've always dreamed of, like your money growing, the energy of your money growing. That could mean new clients. That could mean, that could mean a whole lot of things where your money is growing, meeting new people. But Source needs somebody to operate in faith. Here's the Six of Cups, operating in faith. Never make a deal with the devil. Ask anybody in any industry, doesn't matter what industry it is, if they made a deal with the devil, they feel like I've ruined my life. Here we have the Empress card. We have the Empress card. Again, you're on the cusp of prosperity and abundance. The Emperor card came out twice. Emperor card came out twice. So this is where somebody's going to ram through those emotions and ascend higher, not lower. This is fire energy here and fire energy here. You're not trying to go down to hell. You're not trying to go down to Hades, Hades, in your spirit. You're not trying to go to the netherworld, the lower world. You're not trying to operate from your lowest frequency, which is your ego. You're not trying to operate from that space. In other words, you're getting on your throne. We got Queen of Swords and we have the Queen of Cups. Again, you're very compassionate, double compassionate for situations that happened in the past. You're taking everything on a case-by-case basis. This person may have hurt me because maybe they were grieving themselves, right? Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they were in a zombified state. This one over here knew exactly what they were doing. I saw a pattern of behavior. This person did mean to hurt me. So again, but all of it is I need to go ahead and sever ties with it, forgive, and move on. And if it hurt that deep, never give people access to your life again. Here we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Swords. Let's pull some oracle cards, but like I said, it doesn't have to be a devil on one shoulder and an angel on another. I do see you have a guardian angel that's going to help keep you vibrating high so that you can move forward. Whoever the guardian angel is, be grateful to Source for guardian angels. You're divinely protected while you're going through this process. And so the wealth is coming your way in terms of your healthy relationships and your money. But like I said, somebody is really being tested right now. We talk about the devil on one shoulder and the angel on another. So in the meantime, create some kind of art. You may be a painter, you may be a songwriter, you may be a singer, you may do some kind of arts and crafts, something that's going to make some money for you. Writing a book, something, anything besides getting tempted to try to harm somebody. Because I'm telling you, the devil doesn't play fair. That energy doesn't play fair at all. It'll set you up and just sit there and just sit back and laugh at you like, well, you fell for it. You got too many books to tell you that the devil never honors its promise. You got the Bible if you want that, or any other spiritual book. And even if you didn't have a spiritual book, because you are your own Bible, because the Bible is King James' version of his life, you are your own Bible. Look at your own life. When you were tempted to do something, you're like, man, my intuition told me and I didn't listen. Your intuition is most high. Your flesh is saying one thing, but your intuition is like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Your body is saying, your flesh is saying, do it. You're going to get instant gratification. I'm going to have to deal with that later. And when you deal with it and you throw yourself into a cycle, and then all of a sudden it's like, why are all these things happening to me, and why is this happening? You got to be careful. Be very, very careful. So, but I do see somebody being successful. Like I said, Source is giving somebody some time to be successful and moving on with something. Like, moving on beyond, something so that you can get back on your throne and keep your vibrations very, very high. So take time to breathe out. See this blue right here, your throat chakra? This is where you're talking to Source. You're in a posture of gratitude. You're not vengeful at all. You're saying, people hurt me in the past. I may have hurt people myself, and maybe I didn't even realize it. This is where double compassion comes in, so that you can move forward and create the life that you absolutely love. You're not even trying to look back to even show people that that despite them hurting you, you still were going to be successful. That's operating in the flesh, and you're operating from a higher frequency. So you're not interested in, see, despite what you tried to do to me, I was still successful. You're not on that energy. You're not on that frequency. 11. I am intuitive. There we go. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. Let's pull one last card and let's go ahead and close this out. One last card and let's close this out. In other words, somebody is giving people the benefit of the doubt. You're giving yourself the benefit of the doubt because you've cut some people deep, because that sword again cuts both ways. But you're also being gentle with yourself, and you're like, okay, I need to, if I want to stop the hurt, I need to stop it. And for some people, unfortunately, they think they stopping the hurt by siding with the devil. I gotta get my last lick back. I gotta hurt this person because I'm so hurt by all the times I've been hurt. It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out in somebody's favor. It's best to really think, okay, well, you know what? I gotta side with God. I gotta just release it. Freedom. That's right. Free yourself. I am free to be me. I am free to live fully. I am present in this moment. I am not bound by my circumstances. I am stronger than fear or doubt. That's stronger than the devil. That's stronger than temptation. I have the power to create a new reality. That is what I have for you, Aries. Thank you for joining me. Again, try real hard not to be tempted by the enemy, because that feels good. It feels like cussing people out, going off, that kind of thing. But it's not going to work out in somebody's favor if that's what they think is going to be instant gratification. But I don't see that happening for you all. I do see you on the other side choosing to vibrate high and releasing something for good. That's what we have, the Six of Swords. I see you just going ahead and severing ties with something and not looking back. So don't let these garbled messages from post shadow Mercury retrograde trip you up. This is a very clear message to choose Source, Most High, instead of being tempted by Satan. That's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Friday. Bye.